What if I told you you can build a CoreXY 3D printer under $200 and it can print PLA, PETG and even ABS. But when I tried to upgrade it to a dual nozzle system, everything started going wrong. So in this video, I'm not just building this printer, I'm also testing whether a dual nozzle system actually makes sense or if a single nozzle is still the better option. This is my custom built CoreXY printer with a build volume of 300 by 300 by 250 mm. Built for under $200, that's roughly around 18,000 INR, and honestly I didn't expect it to perform this well. The idea started with a simple question: why are CoreXY printers so expensive? The motion system is efficient, fast and widely used, but most machines cost way beyond what hobbyists can afford. So I thought to build one under $200 without sacrificing too much performance. The frame is made using aluminum extrusion for strength and stability, and electronics are based on RAMs 1.4. Okay, the printer has been assembled. Now let's upload the code. So now it's ready. I ran the first test, a simple calibration cube. The dimensional accuracy is almost perfect, and the noise level of this printer is pretty decent. Okay, so on top it's showing 82 degrees Celsius, and at the bottom it's showing 87 degrees Celsius, and on the display it's 98 degrees Celsius. Since the things are looking promising, so I pushed it further and tested it with PLA, PETG and ABS, and not just random parts. I printed Benchy on all three materials. You can see there's a little warping in the back side. PLA was smooth and clean until I forgot to turn on its cooling fan. PETG was strong and consistent, and even ABS without enclosure came out really well for small parts. Now at this point the printer is already performing well. So there is one problem in this printer. The z-axis is not stable. It is because there is a play between the threaded rod and the nut. So I redesigned the entire system and printed most of its part on it. And these are the mono-copter part printing. And you can compare the print quality. The left one is from the Ender and the right one is from the CoreXY. And almost both these looks identical. Now we'll swap all these mechanical parts to the new carriage. Since we added an extra Z motor, so I'll be using this triple splitter and hope the driver could run them. Okay, now let's check it out. So it's not working. Okay, so it was a bad idea. The driver actually burnt out. So now I'll use the E1 port for the third motor. After uploading the firmware, everything was running smoothly. And after running for 6 hours, it only consumed 0.7 unit. And the part came out super clean. Now at this point the printer is solid, and honestly the single nozzle setup is already doing what I want. But then I thought, what if I pushed it further? So I decided to upgrade it to a dual nozzle system. I installed a Chimera hotend, 2 nozzles in one setup. At first test the filament clogged because of heat creep. So I have to replace its fan. But after printing for some time, the heat creep occurred later. And I even designed a new carriage to mount 2 CR10 hotends. And that's when I realized something important. It wasn't the hotend, it was the concept itself. Because both nozzles sits at the same height, so while one nozzle is printing, the other one is literally dragging across the print. And because of that, layers get disturbed and prints fail much more often. And this is exactly why dual nozzle printers are so complex. To make them reliable, you need lifting or tilting systems or an IDEX printer. And that's add a lot of mechanical complexity. So here's the simple comparison. Single nozzle are simple, reliable and consistent. But dual nozzle are more powerful but much harder to manage. So instead of forcing dual extrusion right now, my next step is to improve this printer properly. I'm planning to add a full enclosure, a heated chamber and push ABS printing to much larger parts without warping, and maybe revisit dual extrusion later with a better mechanical solution. So building a $200 CoreXY printer is possible, but making it truly advanced, that's where engineering starts. And if you want to make this similar printer, then all the files have been shared on my website, themechninja.com. So let's wrap up this project. If you have liked this video and found it informative, then please like, share and subscribe to my Mech Ninja YouTube channel. Thank you guys for watching it. I'll catch you later with the next project.